just started off right disrespectfully. Tired of these niggas talking about respect disrespectfully. Fuck out here. Try to get that tea on. I got my tea this morning. Feel me? Trying to be on my hey sudi vidi sidu vidi soothing. Feel me? You gotta soothe yourself, man. Adam didn't have problems until he had a bitch along him. Feel me? So sometimes you just gotta learn how to be by yourself. You gotta soothe yourself. Like Eve was perfectly fine till Adam asked for her. So you gotta soothe yourself. What's up? You gotta be self-dependent, self-aware, self-reliance. Feel me? Problem didn't start happening until you started getting selfish. Feel me? People always think selfish is basically, you know what I mean, asking too much for that self. No, selfish is not ask. It's basically, I don't know how to put it, but oh, this shit, they got the street lights on. Thank God, appreciate it. Basically, when you start asking for too much, that's what happens. When a problem comes along, because, you know, niggas be doing too much. You start dreaming too big. You asking for things you can't handle. That's selfishness. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big, man. I'm telling y'all. Pay him no mind. There's nothing wrong with dreaming big. It's just that, are you ready for the things that you dream of? You feel me? A lot of you niggas don't have the capacity to receive what you've been dreaming of or what you've been asking for. And this is the reason why I went to the story of Adam, because it's a well-known story, so I can literally talk about that story and y'all can relate to it. And you can think of that story in so many ways according to your perspective on how you think. Feel me? That's why I always relate back to that story, because there's so many ways we can break that down. You feel me? Your capacity, you asking for things that you don't even have the capacity in. You projecting the world out of you. You feel me? You are projecting the world that you. Sorry, I just farted. You are projecting. You are projecting the world that you see out of you. That's what you see outwardly. You feel me? You see outwardly. It's not like I could just decide, let me see what's going on inside and turn my eyes on the inside to see what's going on in the inside. Usually when that happens, that's when you go to sleep. This is when you get to have dreams and everything else. When you close your eyes, you still have vision. See? But when you open your eyes, the film is like a projector. You see the world. So it means that the greater, that's why they said, the Bible said, greater is in you than there is out in the world. Because what you see in the world is only a perspective of how wide your view is. You feel me? Stay with me on this one. This is complicated. I want y'all niggas to see how I see, perceive how I perceive. You feel me? I'm not gonna try to rhyme on this one. We just gonna go straight for it. Word up. Let the car pass. I like to speak when no one is around. I get to raise the volume up or slow instead of trying to be obedient when people pass by. I'm trying to speak over the noise or try to talk low so I don't offend nobody. Anyway, you see, you are projecting. I'm walking in a world right now that I am projecting out of me. Everything else that I see is already in me already. Feel me? I'm projecting a world out of me. It's a perspective. Feel me? That's when two people can look at the same thing and have a different description of what they're looking at, because we all perceiving it in a different way. So your perception, how far you see, is based on your understanding of the world that you see. Feel me? Me and you can both walk in the. Me and you can both walk into California, and I can see so many opportunities because of my perspective on how far I've traveled and how and what I can see and what are the potentials, and you can see something totally different. You feel me? Greater is in you than there is out in the world, cause you have a lot more to see from what you have not learned or what you are still learning. You dig? A lot of you niggas, including myself, be asking for things that we haven't created the space for to see. See, some of us be like, damn, it's a big world, like da da da. No, it's not big enough. Trust me on that. You feel me? We are only limited by the tools that we use to see. Feel me? Once upon a time, he had a telescope, but the ancient Egyptian used to poke holes in what stones to use as a telescope. Now the telescope is so advanced it can see further. You feel me? So you only limited by the tools that you use to see further. You feel me? The only tool that you can use to gain all knowledge is God Himself or Jesus Christ. You feel me? Those are the tools that you have to utilize to see further than what you want to see. You feel me? This is when you have to go to your Father Himself, God Himself, and let Him provide you with the knowledge so you can get to see as far as you want to see. You feel me? But some of us rely upon ourselves, and that's the reason why we have a short view on how far we see. You feel me? And they be like, damn, how the fuck this nigga don't read no books? I never seen him read a book. He don't go to school, but yet he's so knowledgeable because you got to seek the Father first, then everything else will be handed on to you. You feel me? Knowledge becomes so easy when you have faith in God Himself. I'm not trying to be a preacher for y'all. I got to talk to y'all. The reason why, the reason why most of y'all do not have, y'all be buying books. Your parents be spending a whole lot of money on a lot of things, but it's like, your perspective is like shot. I mean, that shit is shot. Like it's shot. There's nothing to it. You feel me? You can only learn as much as you can learn. You feel me? You don't have the hardware of Christ or God Himself. Your capacity of intake is limited. You feel me? You literally have to disown certain ideas just to take in new ideas. You feel me? That's what you got to do. You literally now don't let the noise fool you. This is just gimmicks that they use. It's basically what is it called? A hole in the ground, and they're using gas or water, and that's the sound that's the sound that you hear in the background. But it's not an animal in any form or shape. You feel me? Some of you niggas like y'all gotta, you feel me? Like y'all gotta widen your perspective a little bit. And the way you widen your perspective is not about how much books you can read. I told you, most of us, we don't even read books. We don't we don't do none of that stuff. Like we don't even go to school, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all niggas. We might watch a few videos here and there. Then from there, we just, the knowledge comes effortlessly to us. It's me, myself, and others. Let's go. Let it pass. Let it pass. Feel me? The knowledge come effortlessly. You feel me? It does. You can tell how smart somebody is. This is how you can tell how smart somebody is. It's not based on their PhD. It's not based on their associate degree or anything else like that. You can tell how smart somebody is and how they treat others. I know you don't hear it like this, but you're gonna hear it today. You can tell how smart somebody is and how they treat others. Because the way they treat others is a reflection of how they really feel about themselves inwardly. You feel me? To think somebody is that stupid is to think that you are that stupid. Like you cannot, I cannot treat you. You feel like you have to understand that. Like I'm trying to put it in the best way possible. To think that somebody is that stupid, for you to try to manipulate somebody to think that that person is that stupid, is to see yourself as the same. You feel me? Because you can't treat somebody else if you don't feel that way about yourself. The way you treat others is a reflection of you. You feel me? So the way you measure somebody's intelligence is by observing how they treat others. You feel me? Don't tell them you're observing them, just observe them and see how they treat others. And from that point, you can tell how intelligent that person is. You feel me? This is how you measure somebody's intelligence. You don't measure that person intelligent by no IQ and all that stuff. Even when you take a look at the whole IQ thing, it's still based on how they treat. It's based on the person discernment. Okay, first of all, you feel me? That's the only way you can tell when Christ came, it was shown how well he treat others. Throughout the whole book, they're showing you his communication with others. It wasn't because he knew word for word. He knew enough. He knew enough to get by. He didn't have to know everything. But it's the fact that he relate very well to people. You feel me? It's the fact that he had a connection with people. It's the fact that he can see something wrong and point it out right away. You feel me? You can measure somebody's intelligence on how well they treat people. You feel me? This is how society is built. This is how things are maintained. This is how. Let it go. Let it go. They don't like that. And pay attention to those who react when I speak these things, because it convicts them that they're not intelligent. I didn't mention their name. You feel me? Because when I speak these truths, you get to look at yourself. It reflects back to you. You feel me? You gotta look at yourself when the message hits you, and you're like, how well do I treat people? So we trying to say I'm not intelligent? And I'm only using that voice. Don't get mad at me, man. You feel me? I'm not saying it's a specific group of people. No, I'm just using that voice. You feel me? It's convicting. You feel me? So when you hear such a message, you be like, but I didn't even finish explaining myself and look at how they reacted. So that tells you that they're already guilty. So good, baby. See the noise coming in already, man. We just started. It's only 13 minutes in. I think I got 30 more minutes to go. God damn. Let me be. So you can get to see a person's intelligence on how well they treat people. You see, the world that we see, nature itself, the cloud, everything else like that, everything else that you see is it seems like it's a standstill. It seems like everything is moving slow. But when you break it down to the micro, everything is moving consistently fast and everything else is in communication. You feel me? There's micros in communication. Even underneath me, right now, in the ground itself, you have bacterials and minerals and water being exchanged from plant to plant. Everything else is in communication. There is a mutation going on, and not mutation that's in transformation, a mutation that's in communication and exchange. You feel me? A relationship, that kind of mutation going on. There is always some form of communication and trade. There's a trade going on right now, and that's a form of intelligence. That is the way they have respect for each other to want to come. It's like you have something that I want. Well, guess what? I'm gonna give you this, and you give me that. That's a peaceful exchange. You feel me? It's how well you treat others in that form of shape. You feel me? There's so many ways you can, when it comes to relationship. Hold on, I gotta see what time it is. Cause man, I need two phones. This shit right here. Anyway, you feel me? This is how you get to tell. And you have to look at what is around you to measure what intelligence is. It's not how high you had on your SAT scores, because some of us memorize better than others. Some people just got a good memory. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're intelligent. They just have a good memory. Yo, what the fuck? I done walked through some spider web. This shit is just following me. Yeah, the web is just. It looked like antennas just long. Like the shit feel it on me. What the fuck? Anyway, yeah, some people just know how to memorize shit. Some people have a photographic memory, myself and others, where we can just take a picture, point, and we have the paragraph in our head, and I can read off the paragraph in my head, and I don't have to look at the shit no more. You feel me? That helps me sometimes. You feel me? It's according to how strong your photographic memory is. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you are intelligent and everything. Your intelligence comes from how well you treat others. It's the extension of your self-love. That's your intelligence. We are all capable of loving ourselves. But are you capable of loving beyond yourself? Are you capable of taking that self-love and giving it to somebody else and deeming that person needs as better than yours? That's the greatest intelligence. You understand? Without killing yourself, of course, you have to be smart in how you assess these things. You feel me? Your measurements, the way you cut. You measure twice and cut once. That's intelligence. You feel me? That's in the form of relationship. If you can put that together in a nutshell. You feel me? This is how we do it. You know what I mean? This is how you measure these things. Let's pay attention. Parking lot is empty right now. Sure, fuck you know. You feel me? This is how you measure these things. You know what I mean? It's not how many positions you have ruling over people. It's not about the fact that you was a king in Prince Amunda or something like that. Nah, it's not like that. Even a king, his main focus, his main job is to bring people together, to make sure that people, everybody else, different tribes, are working together to communicate so everything runs smoothly. You feel me? So his main job is based on relationship itself. You feel me? And when he does not treat everybody, when I say a king, I mean like a person in a leadership position. And when he doesn't do his jobs, guess what happened? People start to fight amongst each other. You feel me? That's when you have all these gender wars. You have all these people thinking that the shit be falling apart because you haven't had a clear description or formula on what people need to follow. You feel me? Relationships. How you treat each other determine how intelligent you are. Forget about everything else. Good, baby. Forget about everything else. It's the relationship that you get to keep. Those are the intelligent things in your life itself. You feel me? It's not about how good you can manage your money and how well you raise your kids and everything else like that. What is your relationship with these things? You feel me? It's the relationship that goes on. Because some of us are enablers. We've been enabled to think that we are doing a good job, but that's not true. You feel me? I have to break that apart. I'm slowly walking to the job right now, 7-Eleven. They want you to get some sugar. I see the message. I see their face. Feel me? So good. They want you to get some sugar and all that. Because I guess the sugar is going to put you in the right position where they need. Feel me? The way you treat others, in conclusion, the way you treat others measures how intelligent you are. You feel me? Remember, you are projecting. I wanted to talk about the projection. You are projecting the world outwardly. You are projecting the world outwardly. You feel me? I see the world. The world. If I close my eyes, I don't see where I'm walking right now. It seems like I'm walking in a dark room. So every time I open my eyes, guess what? I'm projecting this world that I see right now. I am walking in a world that I'm projecting. You understand? And the things that I see in the world is based on my intelligence. Plain and simple, you feel me? I can walk in this parking lot right now and I see money. I'm like, damn, there's a lot of cars right here. Shit, imagine you see, I start thinking of providing service. I see electrical cars. I see regular cars. It's based on my intelligence as I'm walking by. Feel me? I see cigarette butts on the floor. I'm like, imagine if I collect all these cigarette butts and find a company that can pay me for collecting all these cigarettes. You see, based on your intelligence. You feel me? And those intelligence is based on relationships. So I'm trying to form a relationship where it can pay me more. So the world that you see is only based on how intelligent you are, and that intelligence is based on your relationship and what the relationship you're trying to form with others. Understand that. You feel me? But no, I mean, let me just go in. Cause this window talk right here. I gotta do the window talk and get the ID talk. Feel me? Don't force no relationships. Not every relationship is worth it. You don't kiss ass. You feel me? Always hold on to your moral, the things that got you here, so you don't break your fall for nobody. Ah man, you already know what time it is. It was good. How you doing? Let me. I said let me get my ID.
No.